Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. Well, we're going to do current events. My panel is not here, but that's okay. This can be a one woman show because there are a few things in here I did not get an opportunity to talk about, but I do want to talk about certain subject matters. And Trey Reed is one of those subject matters that I wanted to touch on. It's so hard for me to talk about these things, because I got a son. And just to see what happened to him, it just makes my stomach turn. And so we will get into that a little more because Colin Kaepernick got involved and it really turned the entire case around. So before I get started, if you've been in my community tab, you know that I have Edge Growth butter that is available. I tested it on myself, and trust me, your edges are going to come in nice and thick, and it's going to be a lot stronger. So if you are having those issues, or even if you have, some thinning spots in your head, it will refill the hair in. Or, you can use it for your edges, and technically, you can use it all over your head. It will still give you some really good results. So that is available. It's in my newest product that is out now. So check it out. So let's talk about Trey Reed because this one is something that really touched me. This young man, I just hate to see our young people go out like this. And then you got people always declaring, these young brothers and even some of the older brothers, when they're found lynched, it's a suicide. That right there in itself is an insult. With the history of lynching in America, there is no way our men would choose to lynch themselves. Okay, hanging with the kind of history in this country, that is never a choice. So he got found on a college campus hanging in a tree. Ladies and gentlemen, they do what they always do, declare it a suicide. We know these things are not suicides. We know they're not. So, of course, the coroner's office, which is connected very heavily with the police department, came back with the same results that this kid that was never suicidal, according to his family, took his life on the college campus. They take us for fools. We're not fools. And we really see you. We see you. So Colin Kaepernick offered to do a second autopsy. Now he has an organization that will pay for a second autopsy, especially in cases like this where, there's some doubt in how this person may have expired. So, oh, my brother LVZ is here. How you doing, LVZ?
I'm good, sis. I'm good. I was just backstage going, yep, he definitely did.
Mhm. So, you wanna chime in on this one?
Nah, go on finish. Go on finish.
Okay. So anyway, Colin Kaepernick, shout out to Colin Kaepernick for real on this one. His organization paid for a second autopsy, and it came back. Trey Reed was definitely murdered, y'all. When the second autopsy results came back, he was bruised all over his body, which means they beat him before they hung him. Now, isn't that the history of America when it comes down to our men getting hung? The white mob would beat a black man up before he got lynched. Well, that's exactly what they did to him. They said his body was covered in bruises, front and back, covered in bruises.
But
So
guess what they said? Guess
go
what
ahead.
they said, Lisa?
Hmm.
They also said, family, that with all of those bruises that Sister Lisa saying, which is the truth, they didn't find ligature marks,
Right.
which means that brother was dead when they hung him. He wasn't really hung for it.
Hmm.
They determined the death as blunt force trauma, didn't they, Lisa?
Yes, they sure did.
Yeah, see,
Now, now
I know.
now listen, LVZ, on that campus, they got cameras every damn where. They were even showing them. They got cameras facing the campus, facing the street, facing the parking lots. Cameras are everywhere. It's amazing how whenever our men are lynched, there's no camera on. There's
or
no footage.
or or in this case, it was the dead zone that
Right.
everybody knew about
Mm,
where the camera. Why is it a dead zone
right.
that everybody knows about? That makes no sense. If everybody knows about a dead zone, then wouldn't that mean as security, you would immediately have a camera there? That
Or have
that makes no
enforcement.
sense.
Right. Or have security physically there in that location.
Exactly. Patrolling that area, does that
Right.
make sense to anybody?
Why don't you have your campus police in that dead zone? You know, yeah. So anyway, now it is no longer being looked at as a suicide, y'all. And I'm sure they're probably mad at Colin Kaepernick, but shout out to him
Th-
for real.
That's what I was going to say, Lisa. Do you realize that the only reason I know this story, uh, this half of the story, is because on Twitter, and you know I be bombing on the white supremacists on Twitter.
Hmm.
On Twitter, they were hate, just going on a hate campaign, calling Colin Kaepernick a racist because he paid to find out what happened to this brother for real. And they said,
Hmm.
he's such a racist. He's always stirring up trouble.
What's stirring up trouble? Y'all sound like a damn 1950 throwback. What
What
trouble?
is this, Scoop? No, they sound like Scooby Doo. They sound like a bunch of Scooby Doo villains. And I would have
Yeah.
got away with it if it wasn't for that meddling Kaepernick.
Uh huh. Mm-mm-mm. But I'm happy his family finally got some answers. And see,
Lisa.
a lot of times they declare it a suicide because they don't want the feds coming in. Remember, a lynching is a federal crime, and these cops don't want feds coming in and taking over the investigation. So they declare all of the lynchings of our brothers, primarily our brothers. I think since I've been on YouTube, it was one sister.
Uh-huh.
And ever since, they just don't want the feds coming in. So they declare it all, suicide. Now, remember, they called themselves giving us that Emmett Till bill that was supposed to be
Right.
about lynching. And I said that bill will never, ever be utilized. Was I
Yeah.
lying? Was I
No.
lying? Okay. I said that bill would never be utilized. And it's not. That bill, it should not even be in existence if it's never going to be used. But
And
this
of course, Lisa. And of course, Lisa, I just put it in the chat room. Another thing we didn't mention to him yet, the Peckerwoods that he's suspected to have had an argument with
Mhm.
prior to this happening, of
Right.
course, has law enforcement ties.
Mhm. And yeah. Mhm. Nothing new. Always one of the, yeah, I'm not shocked.
Just like what happened to young Kendrick and what was that? Where was that, Lisa? Kendrick Johnson in Georgia.
Lounge, yeah,
Just
Georgia.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, just like that in Georgia.
Yep.
It
Remember
was said that that man, them kids had federal law enforcement
Yeah,
ties.
wasn't their father, I think, FBI or some he was a Fed,
Yeah,
definitely one of the
he was a
Feds.
fed. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was a fed.
Mhm.
Yeah, he was part of GBI, Lisa. Yep, Georgia Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Mhm.
He knew how to cover all of that up.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah,
It's just
but yeah, I'm with you, sis. Big up to Colin Kaepernick. Thank you for being a brother who does the right thing with his money and not being a Marcel out Wiley type of Negro.
yeah, for real. For real.
Yeah, we got enough of them. So thank you for doing the right thing with your money, Cap. That's why they ain't want you back in the league. We can't give him no money.
Right. Right. But I'm just glad that, like I said, the family can now move forward. They know what really happened to him. It's not a
Mm-hmm.
mystery, 'cause you know your relatives. And see, that's what
Yep.
I don't like. White people act like we don't know our family and these people when they get lynched. Talk about some suicide.
Yep.
We know when our people are not right or they're having a nervous breakdown and when they're okay. They act like we don't know our own people. Oh, we they
Oh
don't know
yeah,
them
they
from a
kill me
can
with
of
that.
paint and telling you it's suicide. Come on.
Yeah, they kill me with that. White folk, they famous for that, Lisa.
Mhm.
Telling you about black folk. I'm like, how you gonna tell me about black people when you done did everything to not learn about them?
Right. And now
That's the
you
funniest
still
thing in the world.
and exactly, and they still trying to make sure nobody learn about us. Look at what they're
Words
doing in
about
all
them.
these schools.
That's what I said. I said,
And,
hold on.
and Donald
You
Trump is
complaining
trying to
about
clear
deep
right, and Donald Trump trying to clear out the Black Smithsonian.
right. That's what I said. You complain about DEI, black colleges, BET, the Black Museum, but all of a sudden now you want me to think you a historian in black history. If you don't get the fuck out of here, sit down. I'm sorry. They, they just get me. If you don't go sit your dumb they was just doing that. They was just gaslighting me on Twitter like that earlier today. I said, this is hilarious. Y'all gonna tell me they was trying to tell me that Malcolm X would have been a conservative with them.
Malcolm X did not like either party.
That's what I said.
He
Malcolm
didn't like
X would
either
have
party.
actually been what you call a progressive. He
Right.
would be called what y'all call a progressive. He didn't like either one of y'all.
He sure didn't.
They start saying, look what he said about the liberals. I said, now go show me where he said he loved conservatives. Well, I
Mhm.
can't go find that like that. I know because he never said it, Peckerwood.
Yeah. Mm-mm. He always let us know, that no political party had our best interests at heart. They didn't care about
They
us.
are both, yeah, they both white parties. That's what I kept trying to tell him. Oh, well, it was the Democrats that was the KKK at first. Now,
Yeah, but the
look,
part you leave out is when the civil rights movement happened, all of those Dixiecrats moved over to the Republican Party. That's what they
exactly.
conveniently leave out all the time.
And, and when I explain that, it seems to me you don't know your history. Huh? I said, man, you live in Ron DeSantis, Florida. It's books you literally aren't allowed to read. Shut up.
Mhm. Mhm.
Shut up. I'm sorry. No, I'm not doo-dooing on nobody in Florida, but you understand that if you tell me you came out of school in Florida, I don't think you're smart.
Mm.
You literally don't have to learn anything.
Right. Right. Wow. Yeah, so look, Now, did you know the National Guard being in DC was being challenged in court? LVV.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. By who?
um the people took Donald Trump. It was it's one of those organizations, activist organizations that took it
Mm-hmm.
on, and the judge would not do a ruling on it Friday. It actually went to court Friday, and the judge would not do a ruling on it. But yes, it was being challenged in court. The judge is Gia Cobb, U.S. District Court in D.C. Gia Cobb.
Dear Cobb.
Yeah.
Sound like a sellout name or a white supremacist.
Mm-hmm.
It's one or the other, y'all.
So
It's
the
one or the other.
District of Columbia General Attorney General request an order to remove 2,000 National Guards from Washington Street. But the judge
Yeah,
heard the case on Friday but did not make a ruling.
because he's scared of the president. And
Probably.
that, folks, is the beginning of a dictatorship. That's how you know we're in when the judges are afraid to administer what they know is the right law because they're afraid to run afoul of the president. And that's one. And look, step 72 into Nazi Germany.
Mhm. Yeah, and there's several lawsuits against the Trump administration for bringing in the National Guard into DC. So anyway,
Mhm.
y'all, so I was going to ask you for updates. What's going on in DC?
I don't know. We stay out of there.
Oh,
No,
you stay the
look.
hell up on out of there, huh? I
When they
hear you.
first started that, they was pulling. Look, they pulled people over who had bad inspection stickers
Hmm.
with the FBI, ATF, and DEA.
Oh, okay. No,
That's how they was pulling people over.
I just thought maybe you were keeping up with it online.
No, you see, I know I know this. Let me tell you that I can say this here, and everybody, y'all can see this with all comfort. Nowhere on the South Side are anybody bothered. They
Hmm.
don't come on the South Side of DC where I'll be at. They won't. We have never seen them there. But when you go closer to the Capitol, that's when your interaction is going to get heavier. So it's neighborhoods like where I grew up at, James Creek. The guys told me just don't come down there.
Uh-huh.
It's like don't come down there. I was like, why? It was like, man. I was like, the police always sitting out there. They was like, yeah, but we ain't never seen the ATF, DEA, and motherfucking National Guard troops all walking through the neighborhood because they're
Mhm.
crossing the national state.
Right. Right.
So
But in the
but they
meantime,
not bothering nobody.
uh-huh. But in the meantime, the biggest crimes in the country are in the red states.
Exactly.
And Donald Trump ain't sending
Exactly.
a living soul in there.
Oh, and don't believe that, y'all. He ain't really cleaning up crime.
Mm,
Crime wasn't happening like that anyway. The little young brothers, all they was doing was, you can't steal cars no more. You can't steal cars no more. You can't. It's cameras everywhere. So the
mhm,
best thing they could do was run up over in PG County and run up in the National Harbor and ramshack the little clothing outlets and steal some shirts
mhm.
or some watches. That's the best they can do, y'all. They can't. It's not all of the crimes that used to happen when we was young. Man, you carjack somebody in Maryland, you getting 30 years off the bat.
Wow.
They're gonna give you the gun charge, the intimidation charge. Then the carjacking became a different charge after a Hispanic carjacked a black lady and took her kid.
Wow.
Remember when I was talking about that? That happened.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
changed the laws here in PG County. You get carjacking, they barbecuing your ass.
Mm,
You can get somebody to come home for a murder quicker than a carjack. I know.
mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, we didn't, where we lived, there were some, but see, we were close to the side where South South Philadelphia is, and that's like mob country. And see, you
Yeah,
go in there and try to carjack them mafia guys will come after you.
I to get
They'll
you.
run you
Yeah,
down
I'm about to say.
out of there. You ain't got to worry about the cops because the mob will get you up in there.
Yeah, they'll beat you to death with a baseball bat. And
Yeah,
they
they
do
don't
that just
tolerate no
for
car.
walking through the neighborhood.
Right. They didn't tolerate carjacking up in there. You carjacked up in there, you ain't gotta worry about no cops because those Italian mafia guys, they would get a hold of your ass. You wouldn't be carjacking
Yeah,
no more. That's for sure.
right. So it's certain things. So that had already stopped. He just
Mhm,
brought these people out here for a show of force, and the really what ends up happening, Lisa, is
uh-huh.
all the white people who moved in
Yeah.
the gentrified area. Now they get real indignant. You get off our streets. We don't want you here. Okay, look, bro, you can feel safe. I don't want you to uncomfortable at all, bro. Yeah, I didn't until you came over to me with all this bullshit. I was fine. Fuck him and you. How about that?
Right.
But seriously, that's really what's going on. Basically, now you got a mob of um white people who was never really here moved in through gentrification, and
Mm,
now they feel some type of way because they feel a moniker of oppression. Because I mean, to be honest, it is, and they what people don't know is that DC is pretty liberal, even with the white folk that move in.
mhm.
So
Well,
what ends up
DC is
happening is,
LVZ DC right now is the hot news. That's the hot news out here.
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. And think about what do you see in the streets most of the time? You see people. You don't see a lot of Trumpers here. They come here, have a rally, sneak in the daytime, had a police around them, and leave.
Mhm.
That's what happened. Because
Yeah.
any other time, it's just a crap. They locked the what? They locked one white dude up. What'd he do? He threw something at somebody on the White House or something.
Wow.
Yeah, they just locked him up. He threw something at people at the White House on the White House lawn.
uh. Well, the government shutdown, day 26.
Republicans ain't shit, y'all. Y'all
Mike
know.
Johnson, Mike Johnson, the House Speaker, done sent all the Republicans home. But
Home.
he's full of shit. He keep getting on TV talking about, well, the Democrats need to come to the table. How can somebody come to a table and all the people on the Republican side are home? And he was the one that sent them home.
Listen, we all know that all that gay man has to do is send all the Democrats home in the filibuster, and he has the votes. He don't need Democrats to pass this bill.
No, but I'm just saying
Let me.
he keeps talking negotiation, but how are you talking negotiation and you sent the Republicans home?
You sent the Republic. Yeah, ain't nobody to negotiate. Look, it's like this, y'all. Because we're one, it's like this. When it comes to that, the shutdown, it's actually like two Republicans or three Republicans who actually want to keep their job. So look at it out there, baby. So there's two Republicans that want to keep their job, and I think it's the dude from North Carolina, and it's one more. Y'all help me out. It's one more. They know that if once the Trump bill hit, you all them poor Peckerwoods that they taking care of, they gonna be out on Skid Row. It's already a hospital in Nebraska that done closed, and they said it ain't because of Trump.
Mm, mm, mm.
So y'all, I'm trying to tell you, they look, they voted for their own demise. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's beautiful. I mean, it is beautiful. They voted for their own demise. The messed up thing is we gotta go down with them. But trust me, like you know when
Yeah.
they say,
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's feeling the pain.
yeah, that's who it was. Marjorie Taylor Greene got sense real quick, didn't she, y'all?
Mm.
When she realized that her trailer trash son or whatever said, Mom, if they up my insurance, I'm gonna have to move back in with you.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, she was out there. She said, "Fuck them Jewish space lasers. I'm out. Look here,
Hey,
y'all
LVZ,
need to lower that. Y'all need to bring back that Obamacare."
have you ever seen her daughter? Marjorie
No,
Taylor
oh my
Greene. Marjorie Taylor Greene got a
poor
grown daughter,
baby,
y'all. I kid you not, is a carbon copy of her. I kid you not.
poor baby.
She is a carbon copy, and I'm not exaggerating, of Marjorie
So,
Taylor Greene. If
so she,
she is Marjorie Taylor Greene when she was younger. Let's just put it that way. She looks exactly like her mother.
so she has no lips.
Right.
She has no top lip, y'all. That means she has no top lip,
Mm-mm.
and she got the. That means she look like John Elway too.
Yeah,
Both of
she
them look
looked like
like
John.
John
Yeah, she
Elway.
looked like John Elway too. LVZ, I'm serious. Pull chick up. She is a carbon copy of Marjorie Taylor Greene, her daughter. It's a carbon copy, and I'm not exaggerating.
Watch, look, because the phone be listening to me. It's gonna tell. It's gonna say it before I even get a chance to do it. Oh no, it ain't got that one. I got you. Taylor Green daughter. Let me see. Lauren. Oh no! She taller.
Yeah,
That's it, y'all. She
that's
just taller.
definitely a carbon copy of her, though.
Yeah.
Mm, mm, mm.
She look, I think she got more of a bottom lip than her mother. Her mother don't got no bottom lip or top lip.
Mm-hmm.
Her name Lauren. Lauren
Yeah,
Green.
Lauren
Y'all see,
Green.
they got this young picture of her on her LinkedIn. She looked like a young Hulk Hogan, y'all. She look, look at this boy. Tell me this don't look like young
Oh
Hulk,
man,
right?
oh man.
Hulk with
Woo.
long hair.
Mhm.
Teenage Hulk and shit. That's teenage Hulk right there. Let me
Uh-huh.
see if I can show.
Now,
I don't know if I can show.
LVZ, I do have a question for you. Now that the government is shut down, now that the government is shut down, do you think Donald Trump is trying to get rid of them Epstein files?
Trying to. It's like six of them left. All the Epstein files is with the estate. He trying to find a way to sneak into there. He just sent SEAL Team 6, everything. Someone's got to find those damn files. Huh.
Now, I don't know how true this is, but I heard Putin got a copy of it.
I'm trying to tell you, he got everything.
They said Putin got a
He
copy
has
of the
everything.
whole thing. Yep.
And Nick and Yahoo got it too. Nick and Yahoo got it too, Lisa. We can't forget. You know he got it.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely got it.
Wow.
That's messed up. That man know he's a pedo. no, he
Mm-hmm.
no, he used to run around with pedo. He doing everything to keep you from that.
See, when the
That man
government
said
opened
he
back up, see, this is what gonna happen, y'all. When the government finally opened back up, and people say, okay, let's get back to the Epstein file. Donald Trump is going to say, there is no Epstein file. They don't exist.
Yep,
That's what
they
he's going
don't exist. Yeah, you're not gonna. There's no way to find them.
to
No one knows where they are.
do. Hmm.
I'm trying to tell you, y'all. This man is burying. I heard today. What was I listening to today? Somebody said some people have said that he gonna try to. Mike Johnson just not gonna try to reopen the government, whether they
Yeah.
want to come
No,
back or not.
LVZ, I heard yesterday, I heard they're warning EBT recipients that get ready
Mhm.
to not get any funding in December. They're already telling them there ain't no funding in November, and get ready because there will be no funding in December.
That's okay. That's okay. Good. Because it's all them people. We work for what we got. Donald Trump ain't gonna leave me out in the wind. That look, Lisa,
Mhm.
they been if we say December, by middle of December, they gonna be crying. Oh my God, Mr. Trump, I can't believe you're doing this to me. My kids ain't had
I
so
know.
hungry.
LVZ, I voted for him.
Yeah,
That's what you'll be hearing. I
I told
voted for
you.
you, Donald Trump.
Then you gonna be saying them big redneck whiteys. President Trump, I believed in you. I stood by your side. I voted for you 3 times, even though all 3 times you had to, 2 of the 3 times you need to bail the farmers out. Can't sell my soybeans now.
Mhm.
Need some kind of help, Trump. Won't you please help us? Can you bring my Mexicans back, please?
Well, over there on X, when they got rid of their, they were having those ice raids on the farms. Those farmers were
Mm-hmm.
over on X having discussions about black people coming to work for them. I said, man, you can forget it. They ain't coming to work for y'all.
I told you they thought we was welcome home. Your room is the same. We've never changed it. I was like, hold up. Ain't that some shit, y'all? They killed Ahmaud Arbery for being in that neighborhood, but in slavery they had us in their bed.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if you brought slavery back, yes, tomorrow, they would welcome. Come on back. Our neighborhood is your neighborhood.
Mhm. Yeah, and they be
That
inviting
room
you.
is still.
They be inviting you. Oh, don't worry. This time around, you can be in the house with us. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Don't you feel? Don't you feel like cooking some chicken, Lisa?
Mhm. No,
Going,
if I had the choice seriously, as rough as it is, I'd be an outdoor slave because then it'd be that
yeah,
much easier for me to run away. If I'm holed up in
exactly,
a house, it's going to be more difficult.
exactly.
And it's going to be noticed right away if I'm gone. But if I'm an outdoor slave, they may not notice it for a while. And then all
I'm
of
telling you,
a sudden, where'd she go?
that's right. That's right, y'all. Rest in peace, Paul. He said it back then, and they're showing us right now. They
Hmm.
literally want to. Why won't you niggers come back?
No, you remember they said LVZ, they said, okay, if their Mexicans were gone, then black people would come because black people don't have jobs. I said, I don't know where y'all got that from. Black people got jobs, okay? I don't know where y'all got that garbage from.
Clive and Bundy. That's where they got it from.
Mm, mm, mm.
Remember, he said that. Let me tell you what I know about the Negro. He doesn't want to work. He doesn't have a job. He'd be better back in slavery. Remember, he said that
Mhm. Mhm.
because he said that. Remember, he said that. He said he was just sitting around on the corner. He didn't know if he had a job, but wouldn't he have been better off back in slavery? So they
Yeah.
figured, look, don't look. But they was wondering why Byron Donalds wasn't out there picking the cotton.
Mhm.
Byron, we got a job for you right here. You can't be governor, but you can govern these here watermelons while you're picking them. And
Mm-mm.
that's exactly what they say to his big neck ass.
Wow. Well, what do you think about Donald Trump picking and choosing who gets paid and who don't get paid? So he is only paying the FBI and military, and everybody
Yeah.
else is not getting paid. So your mail
You know what
carrier,
that's
your
about?
mail carrier is not getting paid, and
Yeah.
many, yeah, I mean, it's a shame because I know, I tell you what, my mail carrier don't look the same since she's working
I'm
for
about to
free.
say, a lot of niggas gonna get bench warrants. Watch. What the fuck?
And
I didn't do
remember,
this. I didn't even know nothing about it. Yeah,
and
because I
I
ain't
did a
delivered the mail.
live. I did a live LVZ because Donald Trump came out of his ass and said he don't think they deserve back pay.
Yeah, now that was ridiculous. So
Mhm,
look, I told you they always wanted us back in slavery. Always wanted us.
mhm,
You seeing it, y'all. You seeing it. That's why they try and be bold with it. Slavery wasn't really that bad. It wasn't really a moral. Now they trying to trick themselves morally. You saw the little white
and
pastor.
okay, then this time around, let white people be the slaves since it ain't that bad. Okay,
Exactly.
that's my answer to you. Then y'all be the slaves
That,
this time around. It ain't that bad, right?
and we're gonna paint Jesus black. That's what black Jesus said.
Uh-huh.
No, thou shalt slap a peck of wood. That's a new command. Jesus said that.
What? Okay.
Right.
You want to order something else?
I did.
Don't
Okay.
make no sense.
I want some food? No, that's not my food. I don't know who that is. I'm not going to answer it. I don't know who they
Mhm.
are.
I don't know either. Okay. So anyway,
Leave them there, nephew.
LVZ, some people are taking issue with the fact that Donald picked the feds to pay and left everybody else in the dust. So,
Yeah,
so
I
people
would
are
too.
angry about that. Mm-hmm.
But you see what that is again, Lisa. That's another dictator move. Look, think about it. I'm gonna pay the people with the guns for real. When I first heard that, I said, "Yeah, that's a dictator move." I'm like, "What? How you figure?" I said, "Pay the people with the guns." Yeah, because you gonna protest, but they can't protest. They got their check,
Mm-hmm.
so they still gonna do their bidding. So yeah, you could be out there protesting this, that, and the third. If none of y'all getting paid, it's easier to join you. But if I'm getting paid, maybe some of them gonna be like, well, I mean, I am getting paid to do a job. You see what I'm saying? It's buying security against the rest of the people. That's not a good recipe though. That's a recipe for disaster though. Because what
Right.
is gonna happen? Let me tell you what's gonna most likely happen, sis. This is really what I was thinking. You remember Ruby Ridge?
Yes.
That's probably what's gonna happen. Everybody keep talking about the Civil War, right? Ain't nobody even thinking like this. The Peckerwood is
Ruby Ridge is online.
yeah.
She's over on Instagram.
No. Ruby Ridge, the joint. What's the white man name? The white supremacists who took up arms against the government because the government was trying to storm his compound. They stormed his
Oh, I
compound.
remember that.
They
I remember that. I remember that. Yeah.
so what I'm saying is what's most likely to happen if they keep doing this and you starve out old Cletus and them, they don't got food stamps, Lisa. But you know one thing they do have guns.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
look,
that's what I was thinking.
LBZ, all over TikTok, white people were putting out videos talking about if they don't get their EBT, they gonna steal. I mean, I had the videos.
Yeah, they are, and they gonna rob. And then what's gonna happen? They gonna bring the armed forces in, and the police, cause they still getting paid. Then it's gonna be the same people who was talking about back the blue y'all. They gonna pull a January 6th because their EBT ain't come. The same people that's gonna be thinking we just gonna switch our hustle up and get our food on.
Right.
But them, some wild stuff gonna happen. Know why? Because they ain't used to this. And like I said, one thing they might not have, that EBT, but guess what Cletus got? A shotgun.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm. So, I mean,
And then
Congress disagrees with Donald Trump, but they're not stopping him from what he's doing. You know, he
Ruby
still just
Ridge
pays
did
the
not
feds
have a daughter of
and the military, and that's it.
Black Cougar. No, Ruby Ridge happened in 1981, not
Yes.
the Obama administration.
Oh no, Obama, no. Obama probably back then was still in college.
How about the shoot? 81? Yeah, he might have been in college. Cause how old is he? Is
Isn't
he
he?
50 something, 60
Yeah,
something?
60 something.
Yeah. So yeah, he might have been in college, but mm-mm. He wasn't thought of. He wasn't when Ruby Ridge happened. We only had like 6 black people allowed to be in office. I was like Harold Washington. we we knew all 6 of them. Remember, Lisa? They was on the wall. Harold Washington, Marion Barry, Mayor of Philadelphia. All you know.
Mhm.
So
Well,
nah, it wasn't him.
I tell you what, LVZ, I wouldn't advise anybody to go flying because the air traffic controllers are calling out. So
Oh yeah.
stay off of planes, y'all, for real. Stay off of them airplanes.
And then TSA ain't getting paid.
Nope.
Stay off of the airplane.
Mhm.
Look, the same stuff we was complaining about, man. They checking us too much. Now they just gonna be letting anything. Ain't gonna be letting anything through.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all.
I'm like that plane blew up. You get what you pay for.
They're gonna start having mid-air collisions and everything. Y'all stay off of them damn planes.
No, but look, this gonna be the hint. When all the stewardess gotta go get sick before before the flight start.
Mhm.
When all the flight staff somehow end up off the plane, it's just like,
Yeah.
nah, go and get your own pistachio.
Mhm. Wow.
Who said that, Ozzy? Ozzy, that is hilarious. Oh, that is hilarious, Ozzy. That's what they're gonna do, though. That's what they're gonna do.
Wow. And now you got the major holidays coming up, and you got no air traffic controllers, no TSA. Everybody gonna be stuck in
Oh,
them
boom.
airports.
Yeah, this is not the time, y'all.
Mm,
The
mm, mm.
highway packed like I don't know what, y'all. Everybody be like John Madden. Lisa, what
Yeah.
is that? Lisa, you know what I thought this is just it was a stoner thought at one point in time. What if they doing all of this plane stuff because he against electric cars, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Now
What
that
if
he
he
hates
doing all this?
Elon, now that he hates
Yeah,
Elon, he's against electric cars.
he's against electric cars. He was against them anyway, but he liked them because of the money he gave. But he was
Mhm.
against electric cars. So my thing is this: what you can't fly, and he against it. You don't even get the incentive you used to for electric cars. So what if he did that just to, you know what I'm saying? Try to get him I mean, sweetheart deal with the oil company. Because we all gonna have to get around.
Right.
It's gonna make us drive no matter what. Y'all, what if these gas prices start creeping up? It's because they know.
Yeah. Mm. Well, LVZ, they said the federal employees are at the food banks by the thousands in the country because they didn't get a paycheck, and you know how it is. So now you just got them out there. Pretty soon you're going to have the EBT people flooding these places as well.
Um, the five in the DMV area ran out of food by 12 o'clock. They said they
Wow.
sold 400. They said they sold 400 people per day more than they ever saw.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. So I know exactly what you're talking about. I just caught that on the news this Thursday and Friday. They were talking about. I said, this is sad.
Mhm. It sure is.
Look, it's so bad. The local Fox News is just sitting out here like it's bad for government still won't open.
Yeah, no, it won't. And from what I heard, because I was listening to the news online and it was ABC, and they said it may be several weeks more before this thing is over, which I'm not shocked because, a lot of times Congress and the Senate is recessed, from Thanksgiving, and then they recess again for
Yeah,
Christmas, and they don't come back until 2026.
but you do understand that a lot of this does go back again to what you said, the Epstein file,
Mhm.
because when they when they readjourn, you know that they got to swear in that lady for Arizona. And
Yeah,
when
I
they
heard
swear
about
her
that.
in, the first thing, one of the things she ran on, like they ran on getting Bill Cosby, she
Yeah.
ran on, oh, I'm gonna make them open up the Epstein.
Mhm.
So he's scared. That's why they said that Mike Johnson might be considering never opening the government to keep her from voting, because once she vote, everything goes public.
Right.
Everything.
Right. Right. Mm. Well,
So look, y'all, these idiots want to see the Epstein file. Look, he like Epstein or EBT. Which one you want?
mhm. Wow.
Then this is another thing. They keep talking about the healthcare. I was laughing about that. People crying about EBT. That's getting cut too in this bill, right?
Yes. Yes. You go on TikTok, a lot of them white folks are whining about how their EBT was, and I noticed they get thousands of dollars a month. They sure get more
Yep.
than black folks do. That's for sure. They get
Yes, they
more,
do.
and they're crying about how theirs got cut.
Right.
And then talking about, I got
So
5 kids. What am I supposed to do? You cut my EBT. Go get a job. Is that
mhm.
what you say to us?
Yes, you pull yourself up by the bootstraps, Becky.
Mm-hmm.
Honey boo boo. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Wow. Wow. It's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so they said this is going to hit 41 million people that
Ooh.
lost, that did not get their EBT cards hit with some money. And, and November 1st is not that far off, y'all. It's not
Ooh.
that far off. That's a lot of people.
Dang. That's
That is a
messed up.
lot of people.
That's messed up. The bright side is if you celebrate Thanksgiving, a lot of turkeys gonna be there because nobody gonna have money for the motherfucker.
Mhm.
I mean, you know. Like,
Yeah, well,
man. But then
they're
again,
boycotting the holiday. I said, "Yeah, because don't nobody got no damn money."
I was about to say this. That's not a boycott because you broke. That's just you broke.
Mhm. Nobody got no money.
Right. I'm not boycotting the world's richest steakhouse. I just don't have the money to eat. That's not a boycott.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't have the money. I'm not gonna fake. And we boycott.
Well,
Somebody said they could be
LVZ,
selling turkeys a dollar.
yeah, well, LVZ, what's going on with this NBA gambling scandal?
Man, I'm trying to figure out. Like, so I don't know because this is the thing. It's supposed to be about poker, right?
Uh-huh.
This is what I'm hearing. But then they're talking about one of the guys, Terry Rozier, he didn't throw a game, but he basically took himself out of the game so that somebody could win money on his points and leveraging. So I was like, damn, that's wild. So they are doing that. But that being said, right, it's real mob people involved in this. Why am I hearing about Chauncey Billups ain't the mob guy?
Mhm.
It's like real mob people. Like I think it was Tony Pipes, Gas Pipes, or Quack Quack,
Uh-huh.
Rogerio Kid. It's a couple of people kids. Like I know their names from like mob shows. I'm like, damn, these are real mobsters. Why are they talking about the NBA players? They not running nothing. They just using them
Yeah.
goofies uh as like they said, as face cards, as marks. So what you do, all we need you to do is be there. We know that we got everything set up. You ain't gonna lose your money. We're gonna get your money back at the end. Matter of fact, we're gonna pay you for being there. So you're not really losing no money.
Right.
I guarantee you that's how they did it. They
Mhm.
paid him for being there. So he not really losing no money. So all the money he was actually losing was money that they already knew he was gonna lose.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They was basically WWE. From what I'm hearing, it was really it was high tech, Lisa. They had like cameras
They were.
and earpieces and all of this stuff. And it was just a high ring underground poker game. And they
Right.
would find rich people who had a gambling habit. Rich people love poker. I'm learning this, and they would play poker, and the one guy wouldn't be in on the scam. So you find a guy worth 30 million. Hey man, you want to play in this poker game? Chauncey Billups, um, Damon Jones used to play with LeBron. Gonna be there. We're gonna have a couple of NBA players there. See if you could win you some money.
Mhm.
Sure, man. Yeah, I like to play poker. I'm gonna come out there. Little do you know, they got your dumb ass set up. They done hit
Mm,
your head for and then that's what they said. They ain't even take millions, Lisa. They took hundreds of thousands.
wow.
So this is what I think about that in my summation, y'all. Cash Patel is a cross-eyed dumbass.
I ever came up, Gary.
Why are you wasting my time with this? This changes nothing. Who feels safer knowing that Chauncey Billups ain't at a poker game?
Yeah, he was.
I'm uh-huh. But you know what? I mean, anything that our men are involved with, they're gonna explode. They're gonna, make it a big deal anyway.
Right. Because
At
that's
the
what
end
they
of the
did.
day, it's gonna be inflated. You can't tell
That's
me white
exactly what I'm
players
saying.
don't gamble. So white players don't gamble.
Right.
So they don't gamble.
Right. They probably doing 10 times work. They probably running a ring.
Mhm.
The black
Mhm.
guys only got to be involved with white guys in the ring. And the black guys don't even get most of the money.
Right.
The white guys ran the ring, and these guys are mobsters. That's what they did for a living. That's what they do for a living. And they
Right.
trying to get us to look at these three basketball players. Say, look, what did they do? They didn't go get the people, Lisa. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't set up the card game. All they did was show up
Okay.
and pretend like they were playing a real game. Oh, they
Mm-hmm.
wanted for money laundering. How are they money laundering? You said it yourself that they the face card. That is not laundering money. How are they
Right.
laundering the money?
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So this just about, you know what I'm saying? Nah, nah.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Okay. So we're gonna talk about Trump's presence out there in Venezuela. Now, I think they done blew up, I think about 6 boats that they claim was carrying drugs. And I just want to know, how does Donald Trump know those boats had drugs on it?
And if they did, would they had a nickel bag? Half these boats look like speed boats.
Right. And I know they blew one up about a week ago, and they said those weren't even those guys were a bunch of fishermen. And Donald Trump blew them up, talking about he got some drug traffickers. And they said those were fishermen.
Man, that's what I think. I mean, the look. First of all, they're not close to America. Second of all, do you think those little boats was gonna get them to America? They was gonna break down and get eaten by a shark.
Hmm.
They weren't gonna make it. They weren't gonna make it here, even if they were
And
drug
and
boats.
number two,
Third of all,
they know you're out there in the ocean. Why would they come where the U.S. Navy is?
exactly,
That part doesn't make any
exactly.
sense to me.
This my thing was what my thing is when I see you don't know who the people are. You ain't showed us not one nickel bag, like I said, of what these people have.
Yeah, just like
These people,
Elon was finding all the spending and fraud, and we never heard one name of anybody
yeah,
getting
we never
arrested for
heard.
all the fraud.
Right,
I mean, that seems to
fraud,
be
because
how the
fraud
Trump
is a crime.
administration functions. Tell you shit
Right,
going on and then show you nothing.
fraud is a crime,
Right.
punishable by a certain sentence. So when you said you found all this fraud, waste, and abuse, somebody had to go to jail, right? For
Hmm.
stealing all that money. They act like it wasn't nothing but a bunch of Madoffs in the government. They act
Uh-huh.
like the government was full of Madoffs, y'all. Turns out they just fired a bunch of secretaries who was trying to feed their kids and pay the rent.
Mm, mm, mm. But every day they were in the news. Elon and Doge, they're finding all this fraud, spending, and abuse. Okay, well, who are these
Who
people doing this then?
did that? Found it out in the parking lot. It was just frauding it up. Listen, he said, where they find it? Out in the parking lot. Just the frauding it up. What kind of fraud was? Oh man, it was bad fraud. What fraud? No, man. Give me some explanation. Oh, the fraud was deep. That's all they were saying, y'all. They wasn't telling
Oh,
us nothing.
I know. And him and Elon was even going and doing interviews together. Oh, yes, we're finding a lot of fraud. Who are the people committing the fraud?
We are too on TV right now talking about fraud.
Hmm. I mean, those two were a trip.
That's right.
No,
Suppose I ain't see one perp walk. Right. Nobody went to jail.
no. We just kept hearing about all this fraud and spending and everything, and we saw absolutely not one human being get arrested. That's why I said after a while, I don't believe them. And I still don't believe them. I don't believe Elon found a damn thing.
Right. That's crazy. Look, Bougie Bob. Right, Bougie Bobby. Look, you started up at 35,000. Oh, all that fraud you was doing, Bougie Bobby. You was out there frauding it up for that 35. Frauding
Mhm.
it for the 35. Nobody is
Now,
committing fraud.
no. So now Donald Trump claims they want to go on land in Venezuela to all of these cocaine facilities that they got inside the country. And I'm like,
I don't do
okay,
cocaine, but I've never heard of Venezuelan cocaine,
mhm,
Colombian cocaine,
right.
Mexican
You
cocaine.
know, they blew up one of the boats.
Venezuelan cocaine.
You know,
That don't
one of the
sound
boats
right.
they LVZ, one of the boats they blew up were Colombians.
Yeah, and Colombia was mad about it because they said they one of them, two of them lived, and they were fishermen.
Right. And you know, be honest with you, y'all, I think that's all they're doing. They're just blowing up a bunch of fishermen and telling
Yeah,
the public that these are drug traffickers and they're all fishermen. That's what I'm just telling y'all. Because if you notice, they're blowing them up and saying they're drug traffickers. Well, then what are their names? What are their
didn't
names?
they?
What kind of
Didn't they?
intelligence are you using and you can't even name these people?
Then they all Venezuelans, even when they Colombians, y'all.
Right. Because
So
that
you
makes
know
no
what?
sense. He's getting these people and we're not hearing one single name.
Oh, it makes sense because of what you just said. See, look, you just said it's gonna be. He said that he's thinking about sending a death squad up in there looking for these Venezuelan cocaine fields, and I
Mhm.
just said that that doesn't exist. But you know what is? There you go, October pal. Thank you. It's plenty oil in there. Now I don't know about no Venezuelan cocaine, but I know about Venezuelan oil. Now, if
Well,
that's what he
well,
talking about,
Donald Trump,
I
now
know why he's sending people in
come
there.
on, LVZ. Come on, LVZ. Donald Trump, you know how knowledgeable he is. He knows what's there.
Yeah, well, I know he a crook, and I know he there to. I know he was the first one to talk about stealing oil, and this is an easy way to steal some close oil. And
Mhm.
what you gonna do about it?
Yeah.
For real, what
But
you gonna do
I'm just
about
saying,
it?
y'all, I don't believe he's killing any trafficker. I think all the people out in that ocean that they blew up were all fishing. I really do. I really truly believe that.
Thank you, user. That's right. One of them was Trinidadian too.
Yes.
And they tried to say they was coming from Venezuela, but people was like, no, they was Trinidadian. And he just blowing up fishing boats,
Yeah,
y'all. Just
that's
blowing
all.
up.
That's all. I really think he's blowing up, and he's trying to make us believe it's all these drug traffickers in the ocean, and I just don't.
That's
I
what
don't believe
that's
that.
how I told my father. He better not go on no damn boat fishing right now.
Uh huh.
Talk about Vaughn, let's go on a fishing trip. I'm like, oh, you trying to get rid of me? It's too old.
Uh-huh.
I'm too old for you to be trying to abort. No,
Wow. Ain't that something?
I'm
That is-
scared to do anything. Paddle boat over there by the, they used to have the little paddle boats, at least by the Lincoln Memorial down there. I'm scared to do that in the protector. He might blow me up. We got him. Then y'all, I'm gonna be a Venezuelan African American. He was
Yeah.
a Venezuelan African
They'll
American.
spot you and your father in a boat and say, they
Yeah,
trafficking. Yeah, those are the
they're
Vinny Coke
trafficking.
people. Those are the Vinny Coke traffickers.
Yeah,
And you're just out there with a fishing rod.
we out there with fishing rod,
Mm-mm-mm. But yeah,
a
y'all,
bunch
like
of
I
blood
said,
work.
I just find it hard to believe all of these people are drug trafficking. And you would think, okay, here's Benito Jimenez. He was drug trafficking. He's been a
Right.
known drug trafficker for last 10 years? Nothing. All you hear is they blew the boat up and they were traveling. You have no way of knowing who was even on the damn boat.
Who'd you blow up? It doesn't matter. He had cocaine. What?
Uh-huh.
Lisa, the black man just retired. He just, you look,
Because he know that
when a
mess is
black
wrong.
man quits the military, y'all, because I
Right.
know them type. Them black lifers, when you do something to make them quit the military, Slim, you yeah. He even was asking y'all, who the hell are we blowing up? Y'all not even telling me who we blowing up. You
Mm-hmm.
just want me to blow people up.
Yeah.
Man, I'm quitting. I ain't just blowing motherfuckers up.
Well, that's all they're doing, in my opinion. They're just blowing stuff up, y'all. And like I said, I think they're blowing up a bunch of fishermen and they're telling the US public that they are drug traffickers. That's what I think is going on.
Yeah, that's what they doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they do. He try to see what he can get away with, y'all. And you know why it scared me though, Lisa? I'm gonna be honest. I'm joking, but a little bit of it scares me, y'all. Cause if we can get used to that, remember move?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember
I'm just
Move.
saying, remember Black Wall Street?
Yes.
I'm just saying, y'all. If he can get away with that, you know that neighborhood in Chicago, it might need to go. I'm saying I don't put nothing past the Peckerwood. I know a lot of man. That's too not man. I don't put nothing past the Peckerwood.
Mm-hmm. Well, LVZ, I'm sure you've heard all this stuff with the Africans online telling us that we're lazy and we have no culture and they work
Nah,
hard and all that stuff. What do you think about that?
they still doing that.
Yeah, they're still doing that lame ass mess.
We work ah shit. You work hard getting away from ICE. If
Right.
I was running from ICE, I'd work hard too. You got to do something.
Uh-huh.
Listen, shoot. If I'm running from ICE, you know how hard I'd be working. This ain't, you know. Y'all think this easy? No, shoot, running from ICE. We work. Ah, we work harder than you.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
say
they're
we
still doing
lazy, huh?
that. Yeah, they're still doing that.
We lazy. We so lazy. We put on deodorant. That's lazy. I'm so lazy. I put deodorant on. And that don't make sense. I'm just nah. Come on, Lisa. Nah, don't laugh, sis. Cause you know this. I'm so lazy that I wear deodorant. Do that make
Mhm.
sense, y'all?
Mhm. Mhm. No, obviously, you're so lazy that you actually bought deodorant. Do they
Right.
even buy deodorant?
I don't get that shit away from me. I don't need the shit. I smell natural. Yeah. Oh, like a natural horse.
So anyway, yeah, they're still online talking crap about, especially over there on TikTok. You have no culture, really? Then how come y'all
We
always
don't.
dress like us? How come you never dress like
I,
in your native clothes? You come over
I'm
here
about
and
to
dress
say
like
that's
us.
right. That's why you look like you walked out of 2007 with that outfit on. You dressing like you used to hang out with Cameron and the Dipset. Come on, man. Look, culture. Y'all sitting there trying to rap in African. That's culture.
Yes, and it sounds awful when they rap with that accent.
Yes. Come on, man. No, we're not about to do that. We're not about to have this discussion. We got our culture. Y'all got y'all culture. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that
Mhm.
nasty food that smell funny that we don't eat. You know. Mm-mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Y'all, we like fried fish. Y'all like fish with the head and the eyes and shit still on it.
Yes. We like hot dogs. Y'all like the actual dog.
Y'all like hot dog. We like hot dog. Y'all like hot dog. That's different. That's different.
Mhm.
That's different.
Yeah.
That's just all that is, you know.
Mhm.
No, that's all. We got a culture. Y'all got a culture. And shit.
Yeah.
Right.
There was
We
some
like
woman over
Nike.
there that somebody got bush meat. Bert got bush meat, right? I was over on TikTok
Right.
and I was looking at some of the comment sections on some of their videos, and some African woman was in there writing, "Bush meat is good for you. You should. It's nutritious." Look, I don't need
Yeah.
to eat no damn nutritious hyena. Okay, I don't want to eat no nutritious hyena.
Nobody want no barbecue bushmeat burger. No.
Mm,
How this barbecue bushmeat? It is
yeah,
made of rhino tooth and
no.
hyena bread.
I don't
No,
wanna eat,
that's
yeah.
okay.
No, 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 I don't wanna eat no leopard soup,
Mm-hmm. All right.
monkey
Oh, nobody
jaws.
wants that.
You wanna eat monkey
Right.
jaws.
Right. Exactly. Monkey hips and rice. You have the monkey hips and rice. You want these hips and rice. No, I don't want no damn hips and rice. The hell is hips and rice? Sit down and eat your hips and rice. I don't want no damn hips and rice with a piece of flatbread. No,
Mhm.
eat your
Damn.
own damn hip.
Mhm. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Yeah, you can have it. If that thing was walking around and it got fingers and toes and paws, no, I don't want it. I don't want it.
Right.
Uh-uh. Oh yeah, they eat
Terrain, you can
everything.
eat the
Even eat the cow head.
yeah, they do. That hey, they was talking to him and my Caribbean homie, my African homie and my Caribbean homie said, Levon, you don't know what you're missing. Yes, I do. So I know what the hell I'm missing. Not eating nothing that's looking at me. If it's staring at me, it ain't supposed to be at the pot. What is
I
wrong
know.
with you?
I remember when I was
No,
a
these are the
teenager,
best parts.
LVZ,
They trying to convince me.
back in the day when I was a teenager, one of my relatives had cow tongue. And they were like, "You want some? It's
Yeah,
delicious." And I said, "I don't want nothing that can taste me back."
taste me. Right. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
I'm eating that. This saying, man, you just as good as this is delicious. And the tongue is saying that about you, a big
Uh-huh.
ass tongue. Just-
Uh-uh.
no, the Mexicans do it. They be having a big ass tongue just sitting. I'm like, come on, man. No, man. No, no, it's a tongue.
Yeah. I remember going to the butcher, went back when I was a child, and the butcher around where I used to live in Philly, he used to have a whole showcase of all these cow tongues, and they're so big and huge. Yeah.
Right. You talk about chicken feet, terrain. I don't know how people used to try to eat some. I
Yeah,
said
I
that's
see
the
those.
poorest.
Actually, there's a butcher around the corner from me, and they got the chicken feet in there.
Yeah, that's the poorest shit I ever seen in my life. That's poorer than gizzards. I don't eat gizzards because I don't know what a gizzard is. What if I tell
Mhm.
man, I'm gonna punch you in your gizzard? What is a gizzard?
I used to give them to my dog. My dog used to like them. Because I used to make homemade
Yeah,
dog
I
food,
fish.
and every now and then I would just get the gizzard and mix it with the vegetables and everything I gave him. He loved it.
Yeah. Now I fish with gizzards, but I
Uh-huh.
know my aunt used to fry them joints. You want some of these gizzards? Oh hell no. What the hell is a gizzard?
Uh-huh.
Damn gizzard.
Yeah, I mean, people, you said your dad used to get a cow tongue and feed it to your dogs. Yeah, well, those are dogs.
Those are dogs. That's actually good for them. That's good food for them. Giving it to them like that even better for 'em than it being processed and all that
Right.
crap that they do when they make dog food. So
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to do that for a dog. The thing is, ask yourself, shouldn't I be eating better than a damn dog?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. No, but
That's
LVZ, I
got to
tried
be.
to look at their cooking. One day there was a show where this white guy was in Africa. I don't know, you might have seen him. I can't remember his name now. And he would go to different parts of Africa to try their food.
Food. Yeah, I seen that. I seen them
And
before.
I'm sorry, I don't mean no harm, but nothing on that damn plate looked appealing to me. And he was sitting there eating it, and I was like, nothing
No, you know what?
look appealing to
I
me.
seen one. I will say, sis, I did see one that I did think was appealing. It was a fish dish.
Uh-huh.
You know what messed it up though?
What?
Two things. Of course, the head, but then you got to eat it with your damn hands.
Oh,
No, I don't eat. You know how many times? See, that's culture. You know how many times Black American kids got their ass whooped for eating with their hands?
right.
We had look. I mean, I bet you press one if this was somebody or this was you. They had to tell you, no, you can eat chicken with your hand.
Mhm.
They had to
Yeah,
tell
but they
you
eat a
you
lot of
had to
their
eat.
dish yeah, but they eat a lot of their dishes with their hands. At least I noticed
But
that.
yeah, that's the truth. And it makes, unfortunately for them, it makes their food even that much unappealing. It doesn't look, you know what I'm saying? Even if you just washed your hands, even if you just sat there, I'm talking about say right there, it's a water fountain or faucet, this, that, and the third. You feel messed up getting your hands all messy again. I know
Yeah.
me, I had two bites, gotta go wash my hands. Come back and eat, wash my hands. That should get on my nerves.
Mhm.
Like y'all ain't got a fork around here. What type of shit? What you think I'm an animal? What we eating with clam shells out here?
Mhm. Yeah. I can't get into putting a bowl in the middle of the floor and everybody stick their hand in it to eat. That's
Sticking
not
their
my
hand
thing.
in
I'm
there.
sorry. That's not
Right.
my thing.
Talk about we family. Not that much shit. You know where his hands be at night? No. That
Mhm.
man do more ball handling than Allen Iverson at night. No, I'm not eating nothing with him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. And then on top of that, they like sitting on the floor to eat too, instead of sitting in a chair.
Look, that's why I tell people, yeah, that's part of my roots. African part of my root. I do sit on the floor and eat sometimes.
Yeah, but
Sometimes.
sometimes,
Yeah, that's not
some
my
people, their
tradition.
culture is sitting on the floor and eat. A lot of Asians are like that too. They'll
Yep.
spread out a cloth and everybody sit around and eat
Yep.
right there on the floor.
Nah,
A lot of cultures
everybody
do
else
that.
sitting at the table. It's my goofy ass sitting Indian style in front of the TV, eating my food with a napkin underneath everything.
Mhm. Mhm.
That's one thing I do, but I still ain't eating with my damn hands. I'm not a
Uh-huh.
damn savage. Who the hell do you think I am?
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah, D'Angelo, that's true. When it's what you know, it's not difficult to do. In other words, when that's your culture, it's not difficult to do. But that's not our culture. And we don't get that from white people.
Mm-mm.
We eat with our utensils. Uh, do you seriously, everybody in here, you done had a grandma Or shoot, me, my not my grandma. For me personally, my great grandma, my great grandma, my aunts, my father. What the hell wrong with you? Go get a spoon. Go get a fork. Not only is it use utensils, use the right utensils.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think white people created the utensil. They were in caves. Where
They
would they
did.
have came up with a utensil?
Oh,
I
we
don't think
created.
that's I don't think that's their creation.
I was just telling Jabari that at the little hibachi restaurant. I was like, man, get them damn chopsticks out of there. Give me that fork that they made in Africa. You see those forks that they made over there before anything started. Timbuktu
Mhm,
big old forks and
mm,
things of that nature that they crafted in the spoons and ladles. So nah, we ain't, no. That's why I look at them like that. I'm like, y'all became savages over the years after being around the peckerwood. Y'all eat with y'all hands and all that. Y'all, y'all used to have utensils over here. What you do with all the damn
mm.
folks? Where the dollar store at? That's why they say I don't want to go back to Africa, Lisa, because there ain't no damn Dollar Tree over there. I want to be right here. Where's the Dollar Tree, y'all?
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, yeah, scrapple is the pig, organ meat, yep, a
Oh
heart
yeah,
and kidney, yes. I know
everything.
I know people that love the hell out of scrapple. Oh, man, they love scrapple.
Man, my uncle, whoo, he man, back in the day, before when he used to eat pork scrapple, man, you go over there all week and make scrapple. I ain't know what it was, right? So like, you
Mhm.
don't know what scrapple is? I said, nah. I said, it looked like brown spam. I said, I don't eat spam. Like, it's scrapple. Taste it. I tasted a piece. I'm like, interesting. Well, my uncle told me, yeah, that's the scrapple. He said, yeah, we gotta stop eating soon because there's everything in it. Pig heart, nuts. I spit it out. What's the shit? Man, I'm
Just
eating nuts. I'm
just like
putting
the
them
just
nuts
like
in
the
my
hot
mouth.
dog. Mhm, just
What
like
is
the
wrong
hot
with
dog,
you,
there's
God?
everything in it.
It's everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, you saw what a hot dog was, y'all. Shit. I remember when I used to work as a butcher, and we cut up all that stuff, Lisa. Next thing
Mhm.
you know, they were like, put the it's basically sawdust, but it's meat, the leftover flesh. And they was like, put that in that barrel. Like, put it in a barrel. They said, and my cousin Larry was like, yeah, go to Spectrum Meats. I said, Spectrum Meats? What they do with it? He said they processed it and turned it into hot dog. I almost threw up.
Mhm.
Almost threw up, y'all. That meat be old, and that's all the
And
meat
and the
right
thing is
right
they're
in
not even naturally pink. When because
there.
I we had to watch it back when I was in school. We watched how they even made a hot dog on an assembly line, and when it got towards the end, they dyed it. It's
They
naturally
dyed it.
white.
Yeah, I'm about to say
It's
it's
white,
dyed. It's white.
and then they take and
Yep.
dye them when they're, completed. But it's
Yeah,
everything.
that's
It's the
true.
pig lips, the eyes, it's any scrap.
Yeah, it's
That's what
anything.
makes
It's
your hot
any scrap.
dog. Yep.
Look, y'all, the ones that we was making, they was all meat hot dogs. And it was like, okay, pork, chicken, no. Man, I was cutting up rabbit, goat, all of that was going in.
Mhm.
And some of that lamb and goat and rabbit, all of that get cut up and turned into sausage.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, everything goes in there. Now, for a while, I ate the beef ones, but I don't really eat them no more now. I had the all beef hot dogs and, back in the day, but I don't really eat them now.
My dad got to buying the kosher ones back in
Mhm.
the day. And those were always pretty good because they supposed to use the prime cuts. And
Right.
they all right. They do taste a little different. They do taste a little, but the problem is they load them with salt.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Mm-mm.
And then the halal hot dog, the Muslim ones, which is basically the equivalent of the kosher one. Those are also pretty good, but again, loaded with salt, so they ain't good for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, look, I think I just kind of moved on from some foods that I used to eat back in the day. I moved on from quite a bit of
Exactly.
those foods that I ate growing up. I was like, I don't want that mess now. Mm.
Noodles, ramen noodles. I've outgrown them.
Man, I can't remember the last time I even had a ramen noodle. It's been that long. Vienna sausages, I haven't. That's another one I probably haven't had more than 20 years, more like 30 years. Mm-mm-mm.
I know I ain't ate uh noodles, ramen noodles, probably like you said, about 30 years. I stopped liking them when I was like 15.
Mhm.
Boiled hot dogs. I ain't ate them since I was like 10.
Mhm.
Um, what else? I done
You never liked
outgrown.
Vienna sausages. I wasn't crazy
Yeah, I
about them
never liked them
either.
either.
That was
Yeah, I
never
never liked
really.
them either.
Yeah, it was
I
never one of the
wonder
things I was
why
crazy
y'all eat
about.
them mushy, nasty ass things. But the girls always ate them. I don't know why I ate them mushy, nasty things.
Mhm.
And that's the truth. We all outgrow those things. Like
Yeah.
this ain't real food. That's
Mhm.
what it is. What
And
it
I I
is
even I even went to school with some girls. They used to even like the potted meat. I ain't eating no damn
yeah,
meat
now
out of
that
a
was the
pan
most
like that.
disgusting. That shit was the most disgusting thing I ever saw. And Lisa, do you know how they tried to force me to eat that? Guess what?
Where?
They tried to force me to eat that in the United States Air Force.
What?
Ask people who in there. They know that that's what's in them packages. Potted meat with gravy
Ew.
and vegetables and rice all mixed up. Ask
Mhm.
anybody in here who done been through basic training or they done try to make you eat an MRE. This shit is
Oh,
potted
yeah,
meat.
I somebody gave me an MRE. I did that thing was nasty. Ugh.
Right.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah. That's basically what that is. Potted meat with seasonings. But that ain't real food. What about
Right.
liverwurst? My aunt
Mhm.
used to eat liverwurst.
Yeah, my mother used to like that back in the day, but she eventually stopped even eating that.
Yeah, she did
I
too.
remember her
She used
eating
to
it
eat
when I was a kid, and then when I got older, she wasn't buying it no more at all.
yeah, she stopped buying it too. My aunt used to eat it with crackers and cheese. Some
Mhm.
liverwurst and crackers. She'd be punishing that joint watching TV.
Mhm. Wow.
So everybody, that's a liverwurst. I'm like, no. Why not? I said it start with liver and end with worse. He laughed like I was
Yeah. I
like, that's
remember because
nothing.
my mother used to get it, and she would have a liverwurst sandwich with onions. It would have a lot of onions on it.
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh, I
go
don't."
ahead.
She was like, "You want some?" I was
Like,
like, "Hell no!" I was like, "I'm a kid. What the hell do I look like eating some liverwurst?"
yeah,
I don't want that stuff.
yeah. And I said, don't eat gizzards if you suffer with gout. How about this? Just don't eat gizzards.
Mhm. I mean, when I look at a chicken, I never look at a chicken and say, "Ooh, I can't wait to get them gizzards from it."
Right.
No.
No bull. Is that what you looking at? I wonder what his liver tastes like. Brother, what? Yeah, them chicken livers and gizzards, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Those that's the package that you throw away.
Mm-hmm.
You know I'm talking about, Lisa. They had that package now in the chicken that with the neck and the
Yeah.
gizzards and all of that in it. I throw that shit. I'm like, I don't have a dog. Who eat this?
Mm-hmm. I had a friend that used to always like to eat the neck. I was like, I don't eat it because it ain't enough meat on it. I don't even waste
It
my
ain't
time
that.
cooking that.
The whole thing is a bone.
Right.
Don't nobody again. So he looking at the chicken, talking about, boy, that neck look delicious. Well, look how long that neck is. You can't even get like half a bite off a chicken neck.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
You
no.
have to be a dog to eat a chicken neck.
Uh-huh. Wow. Spiced
You
ham.
can't get you couldn't get chicken neck to wild cats. You get the raccoon gonna come get that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow.
That's the thing about cats. I noticed that they don't eat that either. They don't eat
Mm-mm.
gizzards and stuff like that.
But they'll eat chicken though. If you give them like
Yeah, they'll eat
if
chicken.
you give
They'll
them
eat
pieces
chicken.
of chicken, they'll eat that.
They eat real chicken. But
Yeah.
I was saying cats don't do that. They don't eat gizzards and livers and hey, I don't
No.
know what you think. Give me a piece of that wing. That mumbo sauce look delicious.
Now Loretta, she'll eat the breast meat. If I peel off a couple of pieces of breast meat,
All day
she'll eat
long. He'll
that.
sit there
Yeah.
tearing at that jump, licking at it, and then look back up at you, and then tear at it again and get to looking at you and get to
Mhm.
smacking.
Yeah. Loretta, do you still have your cat?
Nah, Mayweather don't come visit no more. But
Oh.
we got a new cat that come visit now. He just come he come on our balcony and we feed him and he'll chill out, come hang out with us, wait for us when we coming in and shit, and then run away when we come in.
Uh-huh.
It's a black cat. I don't know where he came. I said, I wonder if he know Mayweather. Barry started laughing at
Mhm. Well,
him. Yeah, Mayweather went outside. He said,
this summer, LVZ, every time a cricket came in the house, my cat has this thing. She pounce on them and kill them.
yeah,
I guess because she don't like the noise they make. So when
yeah,
she
they make too
figure out
much
where
noise.
they are, she go get them and then she pounce on them real hard and kill them.
Yeah, shut this shit up. Yeah, Loretta.
Mhm.
Yo, shut that shit up.
Mhm.
Then when they get to bouncing and moving, that give them a challenge.
Yeah.
They like that challenge. They still look. They still tigers at the end of the day. They like to hunt.
Right. Mhm. Absolutely. Well, I don't hear them no more. I guess cricket season is over because I it's quiet outside these last few nights.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Cricket's gone. What's call it? Mosquitoes gone.
Mhm.
All of that is gone right now. You know it's
Yeah.
getting cold around here, Lisa. It might be a cold one this winter, Lisa.
I don't know. They're claiming here in New Jersey from this whole fall is going to be milder than usual. Now the winter, that's a whole different story.
Mm-hmm.
By the time winter come, we could be in the deep freeze.
Exactly. Get one of those. What was it? We had the Arctic blast.
Yeah.
We had one of them Arctic blasts where everything was -2.
Hmm. Yeah, we get those polar vortex where all that air comes down from the North Pole. You be freezing for at least for 2 weeks, and then it'll go back up to the North
That's
Pole.
right. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. The polar vortex. Get us caught
Mm-hmm.
up in it. We freeze it. But it's freezing here.
Mm-hmm.
Your car won't start. It's so cold.
Look, LVZ, the last few we had, not only was it freezing, the damn wind was blowing. It was that cold, cold air. You go outside, you boy, you jumped in that car real fast.
Oh yeah. Then they get it don't matter what you wearing, it get to cutting through it, y'all. It be,
Hmm.
ah
Hmm. It sure does, man. And then sometimes, every once in a while, we have a mild winter where it ain't bad all winter long. It'll be nice and mild. You heard it's going to be a hard winter. Yeah, it could be for some people.
yeah, I'm thinking it might be a cold one this year, y'all. I'm thinking it might be just from right now. Yeah, it gets nicer in the evening,
Hmm.
but around the morning time, them 40s and 50s right now is startling to me.
Well, I know
I'm
we're
like,
on a frost alert, LVZ.
yeah, see, that's startling to me right now. Because it's supposed to be, I know it's supposed to be a little chilly in the beginning, but
Yeah.
it stays that way for a minute.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
So
does.
I'm worried about this one.
Hmm. All right, y'all. It was nice doing this again. We haven't done this in a while, you
Yeah,
know?
it's always good.
I
Always
did
good.
try to call True Royal, but I just got her voicemail. I didn't get her.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
that's why it's
Hopefully
just
she
me
just
and
getting the rest
LVZ.
in.
I
Yeah,
couldn't get
hopefully
her.
she good.
Yeah. She told me, did Harvey come back?
Did he?
I don't know. I didn't think he
I
was
hope
back.
so.
Yeah, I
I
didn't hear
hope
nothing
so.
about him being back.
I know. I know he came on my channel for one time. I wanted to get him again too, though, because something else that happened in Chicago. I wanted them to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what. I think it's basically these troops trying to come down there.
Oh, okay.
But he already said before. He was like, "Nah." When I was saying back in the day, they should bring some of the National Guard. It was not this shit that he's doing right here. No,
Mm-hmm.
it was like, nah, this going too far.
Well, it is Donald Trump. So
Yeah,
it is Donald Trump.
yeah, yeah. He gonna always peckerwood.
Mm,
There's gonna be something new very soon.
yeah. The thing is, Harvey, his last channel that he lost, I don't see that, but his real old channels that he had
Hmm.
like more than 10 years ago, those are still active.
Those still active. Yeah,
Yeah, those are still active up on YouTube because I can see his old videos on there. They're still there.
yeah. Yeah, Harvey's still active. Harvey's still. I don't know if he came back though. I
Yeah.
probably hit him up, see what's going on with man. Me, you, and him probably had to do something, see what's going on.
Yeah, because
Talk about what's
I said, because I think True Royal thought he came back, and I said I haven't seen him. I have not seen
yeah,
him.
I know he do his thing on Twitter, but they done shadow banned him on Twitter. He don't
Uh-huh.
even know it. I be trying to. I'm subscribed to him. I can't even see him half the time. It'll let me know afterwards. Oh, your world, your view was live 3 days ago. And why in the hell you let me know now?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Harvey's World. Your Harvey's
Uh,
World.
okay.
Okay, so y'all saying he's back? Okay, well, I don't know.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to check it out, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all hit me to the new.
Yeah, he's on Rumble. Yeah, I know he's on Rumble. I do know he's on
Yeah,
Rumble. Yeah.
yeah, I know he on Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So anyway, y'all, we're going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you so much, LVZ. It was a pleasure talking to you again.
No
And
problem. Pleasure talking to you, sis. Pleasure having me. Thank you.
yeah, and it's a pleasure. And I'm glad that all of y'all decided to come and listen in the chat. Thank you. And let me see, I got people to thank here. Hello, love. Thank you for the new channel membership. G. Bowman Jr., thank you for the super chat. He that leads into captivity shall go into captivity. Yeah, yeah. The white man do need to go into captivity because that man he would probably die of a heart attack. If you put white people in captivity, they probably would die of a heart attack.
Yeah,
G.
no bull.
Bowman Jr. Thank you for another super chat. Where will they fly in their time of judgment? I don't know, but I tell you what, I don't think it's safe to go up in the sky during this shutdown. Because from what I'm looking at, a lot of people are calling out because they don't want to work for free. So I don't think it's safe. But I mean, I understand if you got like a family emergency and you got to be somewhere.
Yeah, gotta
All
do
right,
what you
y'all.
gotta do.
Yeah, you sure do. All right, y'all. Shalom, family. Shalom.
Shalom, sis. Love you. Love y'all, family. Be good.